This beautiful large shrub with these lush green leaves and large tubular yellow flowers is called yellow bells, or Tecoma stans. This plant is really a tropical species. It's found from Central America through all of Mexico. In the Sonoran Desert, we're at the northern peak of its range. Down south, this can be a large 30-foot tree. Here in nature, if you find it, it's going to be more of a mid to small-sized shrub. In southeast Arizona, depending on its exposure and how much water you want to give it, it could be a variety of sizes. This one here is essentially facing to the south, more or less, so it's in a microclimate that prevents it from getting freezes during cold weather, which is the main inhibitor in terms of the plant reaching its maximum size. Because it is native, it can live with very minimal water. It's found right here in the Tucson Mountains, living off of the amount of rainfall we receive. However, if you want it to be a 15, 20-foot shrub like this one beside me, put it on irrigation, and being a tropical plant, it will be happy to take up that water and convert it into vegetative growth. One of the reasons that this plant is seen in landscaping all over Tucson is because it flowers profusely and regularly throughout the year. You'll see this planted in public and private landscaping. Not only is it beautiful, obviously, for being a large tubular flower, but it also is a great habitat plant. It attracts hummingbirds, butterflies, bees, all of which are right here behind me. One downside for some gardeners is the fact that usually in early fall, late summer, many of the leaves will become skeletonized by a particular caterpillar that utilizes this species as a food source. One can opt to remove them by hand or allow the caterpillars to fulfill their life cycle and become butterflies. And that's exactly what I do in my home garden. One kind of interesting factoid about Tecoma stans is the scientific name itself. Unlike the majority of the Latin names for plants in our region, Tecoma is actually an abbreviated version of the Nahuatl word for the plant, which is Tecoma xochitl, which means tubular flower. I always recommend planting it on an east or south facing wall. Being a tropical plant, being at the northern extent of its range, it can suffer from freezes. However, the worst that happens is it dies back to the crown. You cut it back and it grows back more robust than ever. When placed like this one at a south-facing exposure, it's going to be evergreen. So if you're looking for a relatively low-maintenance plant that provides wildlife habitat and color in your backyard, garden, Tecoma stans or yellow bells is always a great option.
Hi, I'm Tom McNamara, host of Arizona Illustrated. Thanks so much for watching this story from our show. And for more local stories from Arizona Illustrated, just click right here.